All right, so this is a suggestion via a channel member. Let's jump into it.
Venezuela is on edge this morning after gunfire was heard near the presidential palace. This was just hours after Delcy Rodríguez was sworn in as interim president. It comes amid growing uncertainty over Venezuela's future after the U.S. attacked the country and captured its leader, Nicolás Maduro, and his wife, Celia Flores. They, of course, were brought to the U.S. to face drug-related charges, with both pleading not guilty during their first court appearance yesterday. NBC News senior White House correspondent Gabe Gutierrez joins us from Colombia's border with Venezuela. Gabe, good morning. What more can you tell us first about this gunfire that was heard in the capital?
Oh, hi there, Savannah. Good morning. The gunfire rang out near the presidential palace in Caracas, and witnesses say that security forces were firing at unspecified, unidentified drones. Now, two White House officials tell NBC News that the U.S. was not involved. So there's still a lot of questions about what exactly happened. However, it really speaks to just how on edge this entire region is, especially inside Venezuela following the capture of Nicolás Maduro and that U.S. operation.
And Gabe,
Of course it is.
You got any more?
And guys, understand this here, guys. The military have been functioning under Maduro for a really long time, guys. Okay, so their idea of business as usual is basically Maduro style business as usual. Even though things are definitely kind of going forward, there are going to be some like serious changes here, but they are still kind of acting as if business is as usual, guys. All right, so. I expect there to be, over the next couple of months, even a year, guys, or so, some troubling type of scenarios that are going to consistently happen. Who knows why they were shooting, bro? Drones, okay. I mean, it could be anything, anyone. What type of drones? Are they like DJI, like consumer level drones? Are they like military UAVs? I mean, there are a couple of questions here, guys.
More information, you'll bring it to us. But we also saw Delcy Rodríguez being sworn in as interim president yesterday. I mean, this gunfire was just hours after that. She, of course, was Maduro's vice president. How is she expected to navigate the next few days and weeks? Tell us what her message was to the U.S. and how people there in Venezuela are receiving this fact that she is now the interim president, a sort of an extension of the Maduro regime.
Well, Savannah,
that's basically what it is, yeah.
Right. Well, she is walking a very fine line, Savannah. You're right. Rodriguez, initially after the attacks, she described the U.S. operation as a barbaric attack. She was she condemned it, and she softened her tone just a bit on Sunday, releasing a statement saying that she was looking to collaborate with the U.S. Now, the White House, the Trump administration has said that she's on board with what the U.S. is trying to do. But again, she's walking a very fine line here. What's also interesting, Savannah, is a U.S. official tells NBC News that a recent classified intelligence assessment by the U.S. determined that Rodriguez and other top members of the Maduro regime were actually best positioned to lead this government going forward and maintain stability. And that was a factor in why President Trump did not back the opposition leader, Machado. So moving forward, it is unclear what Rodriguez's relationship with the United States will be. But the White House is insisting that she will help the U.S. As we move forward here.
Gabe, also tell us what you're seeing on the ground. I mean, it's incredible that we have you there. You're able to report on the situation right at this border, as close as you can get, basically. What are you hearing from Venezuelans who are, some fleeing their country, or maybe those who want to return now?
I haven't heard a single person say they want to go back, bro.
There's a sense of uncertainty here, as we were just discussing. It's unclear what happens in Venezuela in the weeks and months ahead. Yes, this is the border. This is the Colombian border with Venezuela. Thousands of Venezuelans cross through here each day, some to visit family members, some to work. Some now also are leaving for good while all this uncertainty plays out. We spoke with one family yesterday that was really shaken up. They were overwhelmed over the recent events. They were coming with luggage. They were trying to live with family members here in Colombia. They weren't sure when they were going to return to Venezuela, but they were also very reluctant to speak on camera and say anything critical of the government because they still have family members inside Venezuela. And to that end, Savannah, what we were discussing about Delcy Rodríguez, the Venezuelan government has actually issued a decree as well. Even though she's offering to collaborate with the U.S., this decree orders police to arrest anyone inside Venezuela that is seen as supporting the U.S. attack in any way, who's involved in supporting the U.S. attack in any way. So that's likely one of the reasons why you haven't seen any anti-Maduro demonstrations inside the country.
Okay.
Such important color from the ground, Gabe. Also, quickly, the Trump administration threatening other countries in the area, like where you are in Colombia, like Mexico, like Cuba. How's the region responding?
Hold the phone here, guys.
Well, certainly a war of words of sorts is erupting between President Trump and Colombia's President Gustavo Petro. Let's see, President Trump says that the government in Cuba will likely soon fall. He has railed against the government of Mexico for its alleged involvement with drug cartels. And yes, he has said that the Colombian president is, quote, a sick man involved in drug trafficking. Sharp response from all of those governments denouncing U.S. involvement.
Okay. We get it. Yes. Colombia, absolutely. In fact, here, guys, like that should not even be something that should even be put into question here in terms of Colombia. Even Scheinbaum, specifically with the whistleblower that came out of Scheinbaum's like cabinet in Mexico, basically saying, "Hey guys, you do know that she in fact was basically put in power almost exclusively." By the cartels, right? I mean, she came out and she's already said this here. We kind of have this information already. Now, first things first here, why would you back the idea of putting anyone, and I mean anyone, all right, that had to do with Maduro, his cabinet, his people that surrounded him, the vice president? Do you understand how much of a yes man she was, bro? Obviously. And now you put her in power, and then she then does the same dictatorial bit and bag of nonsense by basically saying, hey, listen, if you say anything about getting the big bad guy out of our country, all right, if you say anything, if you support it publicly, we're coming after you. What's the difference, guys? What is the difference that we're experiencing here? All right. What is the difference? And I get it. You're talking about stability right now. You're talking about not making it so the people that are remaining there are basically running for their life towards our southern border. I get it. You don't want to do that. So you don't want to basically put in someone that's going to almost immediately westernize this entire country. Okay. All right. Immediately. But I understand. I mean, obviously, what Trump and the White House are currently doing right now is attempting to kind of enact the Monroe Doctrine and basically saying that, yes, in fact, the Western Hemisphere is ours, and if you are anywhere near our country committing all types of crazy atrocities, then it's time for you to basically go. We're gonna have to clean you up immediately and get rid of all the literal nonsense. That's basically what Trump is saying by doing this, but it's a slight contradiction because then you allow the person that basically shadowed a dictator for all of these years to run the country. Why? No, guys, that does not make much sense here to me personally. Maybe I'm missing something here. I get it. Again, the reason was stability and not allowing them to basically run our country. But guys, okay, it just seems like we're putting Venezuela on hold and putting another like brand new dictator into play here, Guys, do you want to watch movies with me? I never actually thought to like promote it over here, guys. But if you guys do want to watch it, guys, we have hundreds of movies. And I mean hundreds of movies that we've reacted to. You guys can come watch them with me if you want to, along with, many TV shows. Currently, we're working on the show Dexter, along with Vikings. And we have a lot of series that are already completed. But if you guys do want to watch it with me, the link is in the description. Everything's available at the second tier. But of course, if that's not your thing, guys, don't worry, right? Listen, like and subscribe.